from the beautiful Pacific Northwest and the mighty American West Coast, we greet you all a good morning, a good evening, whenever your timeline may fall. Time-appropriate greetings, indeed, to one and all. This is The Launch, and my name is Chris.
And I'm Angela.
Hey, Andrews, there you are. Good to have you there. Hello, everybody. Good to have you there. A few things we want you to know about. We do this here show live. You can call, you can watch, all the things. Why don't you call? What? You never call. Well, some of you do. 774-462-5667. That's 774-462-5667. Call your podcast. Call your podcast. Join us live on a Tuesday, 11:30 a.m. Pacific, 2:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. UTC, over at jblive.tv or in your podcasting 2.0 app of choice. And then we come out for downloads on your Wednesday morning. And of course, all our links over at weeklylaunch.rocks. You'll find our chat room over there, Launch HQ, Mumble Room, and a whole lot more. It is, of course, episode 55, and it feels real good. And I asked you, what do you feel like talking about today, Andrews? And you said to me, the animal superhighway.
Yeah, that's what I call it.
Is this your backyard?
My backyard, yeah. Yep. I have a retaining wall, and I had it built to leave like a passageway between properties because there's so many coyotes. And I don't want any animals trapped or, falling off the wall or whatever. But yeah, I thought it'd be interesting just to talk about the different animals and rodents.
Oh, sure.
That come through the yard.
Yeah.
I have a ring cam set up for 24-hour recording.
You start to see more activity than you expected, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially the raccoons.
Oh.
But okay, so let me start. I feel like I have a story for each of these things. So first of all, mice and rats, right? That's obvious. But the way I found out that there were rats, two ways.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. First, dead on my doorstep.
Like a
cat.
kitty present?
Yeah, and before I had cats, so it wasn't my cats. Like, what cat is leaving me this treat?
Neighbor cat's like, by the way, you got a problem.
Yeah. And I figured, okay, they brought it from somewhere else. Like, not my property. My property doesn't, even though there's a retaining wall, like, for 180 feet, it's rocks, the big boulders. So perfect haven for rats to live in.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the other time that I recognized that we had rats, I had a bird feeder in my office window, like a suction cup one. And it was nighttime, and Bella's like, "Oh, there's a squirrel in the bird feeder." And I looked, and I'm like, "That is not a squirrel. That is a rat."
Oh.
It was a huge rat. It just fit right
Big
in
fatty.
there. I wish I had a picture. I mean, I do have a picture of it.
That's
but
a little
I did
harder
not
to
prepare
deny. That's a little harder.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
Since then, I have had several other rats. Now that I have cats. So then, oh man, sometime in the last year, there was
Raccoons, of course.
Well, this is the second time I've seen a possum. And now I don't know if it's possum or a possum. And every time I talk about it, I look it up and then I just clear my mind and forget.
How long have you been seeing possums?
I don't know. Like, I think the first time was like 6 years ago.
Oh.
And then there was one in the last year.
I just saw my first possum 2-3 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, this one was old.
Oh, really?
So old. Hair barely there.
Ugh, having a rough time.
Blind eye. Gash on the side of its head. Walking super slow. I had some old grapes and threw them to this possum. And he ate them, and he was so grateful. But then he dove off the retaining wall, and his back legs just went up. It was so, I don't know if he survived it or not. Oh, boy. It was funny.
Hey, he's probably pretty tough, although, yeah.
Yeah.
The possums are smarter than maybe the rats. I'm not sure about that, but maybe the squirrels.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that because they hide when I come home. They're only out in the dark, and when I'm coming home and I'm driving around the long driveway in the farm, they'll see me coming, and they'll hide under equipment, and then they'll stick their little ugly possum head out.
They are so ugly.
And they watch me
They are giant rats.
with their little possum paws, and they just sit there and they watch me drive by.
Mm-hmm.
It's the weirdest thing with their little eyes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beady eyes.
Yeah.
Okay, so then coyotes. That's logical. I'm pretty sure it got one of the neighbor's cats.
I don't mean to keep interrupting.
Oh, no, it's fine. You have coyotes too?
A couple of nights a month.
Oh, do you hear the cackling?
Hundreds.
Isn't it creepy? It is absolutely creepy.
I think one attacked a possum near the RV the other night.
Yeah.
It's hundreds of them. They're all over the farm. Yeah. And then when you take a walk down some of the dirt roads, coyote poop everywhere.
Oh.
I'd love to know the number of coyotes in Washington, even a rough guesstimate.
Mm-hmm. And then, of course, all the neighborhood cats, birds.
Yeah.
Gypsy has caught all the birds, including blue stellar jays. And I've been watching those since feeding peanuts to the squirrels. They with the slightest movement of anything,
I know
they won't come. I don't know how she caught him, but then of course, she killed him and this bird in front of Toes, the baby kitten.
Yeah, sort of a display
who's not
of dominance.
so baby anymore. Yeah. And then, so then that leads us to squirrels. Oh, I didn't talk about raccoons yet, but squirrels. We had been feeding peanuts to the squirrels for, at least a decade. We tried naming them. They were returning. I got a squirrel to twirl for a nut.
Really?
And I have a video. I have a video of it, but I don't know where it is. But yes, and it was really cool. And they're starting to come back. Right now we're feeding them watermelon and strawberries. They don't really like the strawberries, but nobody in the house ate the strawberries from Costco last week. So they're on the deck for whatever animals.
Hold on, I'm stuck in this. So are you you're taking the nut and are you doing a little twirl motion with your hand? Are you dragging it on the ground? How are you communicating the intent to the squirrel?
Yeah, I'm holding it in front of the glass window.
Uh-huh.
And then wait for them to twirl and then give it to
But
them.
how do they know to twirl?
I don't know. I don't know. How do you teach any animal, bird brain animal, to do anything?
So you're telling me that squirrel's on the other side of that glass door.
Yeah.
And it's reconnoitering how to appease the human monkey.
Yes.
To get the nut.
Yeah.
And it figured out I could do a cute little twirl?
Yeah. And here's the thing.
Oh, my gosh.
We would only open the door like this much, except Dylan one time opened it wide. And the squirrel came in the house.
Nice.
And I thought I was recording video, and it would have been so funny because I screamed. It was running all around the great room, up the windows, or trying to. It was crazy. We did get it outside without having to touch it. It went out on its own. But oh my gosh, I was so disappointed when I found out I wasn't actually recording.
I don't know if you remember the story when we worked at True North, but we had an accountant client, and I went to the owner's home office.
Yeah.
And he had a
good segue. Mm-hmm.
He had a raccoon.
Yes.
A wild raccoon.
Yeah.
Under the desk.
Yeah.
It got into his house. He decided to keep it, and then it set up a nest under his computer desk because, of course, everybody had computer desks back then. And then they send me over there to work on the guy's computer, but they didn't give me a heads up.
Yeah.
And guess where I need to sit down?
Yes.
And so I sit down. In fact, I even went to go look under the computer desk because I think I needed to hook something up. Right. And I come face to face with a wild raccoon.
Yep. And we have several raccoon families, and they are so fat, and they are always coming through. One of them has a chopped tail. It's the easiest to name these animals when they have a thing. Yeah, a thing.
Hey, there's Chop.
Yep. Yep. So anyway, it is a pretty busy backyard. I haven't put up bird feeders again yet, and I haven't moved the big container of nuts to the back door again. But we will start feeding the squirrels again. My neighbor feeds them a ton of nuts. So
you ever see any deer cross through? Or anything?
No, never deer.
Maybe one day because there's some
that
woods
little
and stuff.
open. Yeah, there's that open area. Yeah.
I would like to know out there. Let us know what's coming through your backyard superhighway. What animals? Boy, the eagles have been out recently.
Oh yeah,
5 or 6 eagles flying around. I think there's some sort of eagle turf war. So let us know. Send us a boost and let us know about your animal superhighway. Huh. You could set up wildlife cams and stream it.
Yeah.
You could be like an internet star, with just...
I could go viral.
Yeah.
I'll just have AI do it.
And you could stream those videos on Apple's new platform. Whoa! Okay, maybe it's not a new platform, but it is changing things up. Apple is going after the YouTube star. Well, late last night, Apple had a bit of an announcement. They are bringing videos to the Apple Podcast app. Now, this does matter because the Apple Podcast app is the largest podcast app in the world. And they are doing it in a very Apple-y way, unfortunately. They're not doing it in the way that perhaps I would prefer. I'll tell you a little bit about it. First, here is sort of the mainstream information and coverage.
If you love podcasts, you'll soon get a chance to see more of them.
Apple says it's announcing video podcasting on its platforms, wading into an already crowded field. Let's bring in our business and tech reporter, Scott Pudman, with the details. What is this about, Scott?
Yeah, we're going to see more podcasts, not just listen to them, but actually see them. Janelle and Audrey, thanks to Apple, already big in streaming TV shows and movies, along with music and some podcasting, now jumping into what many of the web's biggest podcasters.
As a bit of a podcaster myself, I really notice the bias in the news. So when they refer to video, they just refer to it as online, because in their world, anything that you put online is video, so it's just online. And then where he says, they dabble in the podcast world. Apple has been the largest force in podcasting, for better or for worse, for over 20 years. Okay? So, this guy already pissing me off.
Them, Janelle and Audrey, thanks to Apple, already big in streaming TV shows and movies, along with music and some podcasting, now jumping into what many of the web's biggest podcasters are doing, which is putting their shows on video. Apple says it will compete with big sites like YouTube, Netflix, and Spotify, which already offer podcasts you can both listen to and watch. The company says its podcast app will let listeners and viewers switch back and forth depending on their preference. You'll also be able to download video episodes to watch offline. Apple says its plan will be to let casters post their shows for free. The company will take money from ad networks who deliver the advertisements themselves. Now,
let's get into that in a moment. So here's what's going on, Andrews, just so you know the rundown and how it impacts us. So Apple Podcasts is not doing video via RSS. You still publish your show via RSS, but that's where it ends. You have to have a supported hosting provider. There's currently 4 of them in the world right now. And then you get a private Apple API key that you plug into your hosting provider. And then the hosting provider serves up HLS video to Apple Podcasts. And Apple, if videos get served in that, gets a cut of the ad revenue.
Of course. Okay, so going through my head is we started podcasts 2 years. Minimum 2 years before Apple Podcasts came out.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then we full converted to video in 2009.
Yeah.
2009.
I know. Yeah.
So where has Apple been this whole time?
I know. Well, you bring me to a good point. I blame the podcast app developers and the hosting companies, because there has been a podcasting 2.0 open source alternative enclosure solution for a couple of years now. And we'll get more into it, but if they would have adopted this a couple of years ago, it wouldn't have left a market opportunity for Apple to come in and lock this down to APIs and specific providers. So every podcast app developer and hosting company that's going to get left out on this is your fault. This is what you get for sitting on your ass for so many years. This is on you. Thank you very much, by the way, for giving this portion of the market to Apple. Really appreciate that. So here's what we know so far is that you will have to have an API key. Their analytics are going to be half-baked. They're not going to break out video. And why this matters is because how the hell do you prove return on investment?
Yeah, right? Some sponsors are only going to want to do the video or, because they can see the product.
And so they're using HLS to deliver the video. So HLS splits video into tiny chunks. About every 10 seconds or so, it kind of depends. And it's just a playlist that says, play this next chunk, play this next chunk, play this next chunk. And it downloads clip by clip by clip. And this is usually a little bit better of an experience on mobile networks, but it also allows for playback to jump around, so you can skip ahead and you don't have to pull down the whole MP4 video. You could, in theory, have multiple types of HLS streams, so you could have a low bit rate and a high bit rate for bad connections or good connections. But the real benefit is, and this is why Apple is using it, is because it allows for the hosting service providers to insert dynamic ads.
Of course.
That's
Ding. It. Yeah, where is it? I was waiting for it.
That's it. Hosts can insert ads directly into the video stream at any point because it's broken up into 10-second chunks.
Wow.
And they'll be able to dynamically insert, the hosting platform will, not the podcaster, will dynamically insert the ad, and Apple will take a cut of that ad. And this is new. This is not how Apple has ever been involved in the podcast industry. They've never been in this part of the revenue stream. They've never been defining distribution like this. This is an entirely new endeavor for Apple. I go back, of course, to the podcast app developers and hosting providers that didn't implement this. It's your fault. Thank you. And so Apple is now providing a proprietary Apple solution. The reality is there is an open way. Fountain FM posted in December on their blog, and guess what the title in December, a little bit ahead of this issue, was? The title was Open Video Platforms, Open Solutions for Video. And they say, quote, Podcasting 2.0 is a set of community-driven standards to improve the experience for both podcasters and listeners. One such improvement is the alternate enclosure, a way to include multiple versions of your episode media in the RSS feed. With this approach, a hosting company can include a regular audio file in the main enclosure and add a video file as an alternative enclosure. This allows audio-only apps to keep working as they always have, while apps that support video can offer full video experiences. Video-supporting apps can choose to show both options or simply default to video.
So are we going to see a bunch of AI videos with the voice of the audio podcast?
Yeah, probably.
It's not going to be like our faces.
Well, yeah, you're going to have some people do that. You'll have some people, I suppose, that go out and buy cameras. Mm-hmm. A lot of podcasters that have started since COVID have just gone straight to video already. Anyways, They just go on YouTube.
Yeah.
And this is sort of to claw back some of that YouTube. Mm-hmm. And I think maybe that's where the miscalculation is. And I invite everybody to take a look at the It's Time to Make Video Podcasting Open. It's a great post that Fountain did back in December. And we have been low-key doing this. If you have Fountain and a couple of the other Podcasting 2.0 apps, we've been including alternative video versions of our shows in the feed, just low-key, including the bootleg for our members. But I don't put a lot of stock in it. I don't think it's going to go very far outside of YouTube. And podcasts on YouTube don't just automatically do great. You have to target the right audience. And when you do, you can reach a banger of a size of an audience if you're targeting a general audience that tickles the algorithm and YouTube puts the video in front of them. And if your podcast is in that niche, you can do quite well. And YouTube is a fantastic content discovery engine for those particular instances. And you can get thousands of views, and everybody has the YouTube app. And YouTube handles this content distribution and the live chat, super chats, and all that stuff. But I don't think it works that well outside of that algorithm-based discovery system, right? I think outside of that, somebody is making an active choice not to use YouTube. They're making an active choice to listen to an audio podcast.
Yeah.
And if you're doing that, I don't know how interested you are in this. It's a ton of work for the podcaster as well. And I guess it is handy to be able to flip between audio and video versions of a show. That's handy. Like if maybe
live time, time switch. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm at 5 minutes, 3 seconds. Yeah. So the video and the audio can't differ. How is it going to sync that up?
It's hit and miss. In theory, they should be exactly the same. That's not how we can do it, and I don't think that's how most people are going to do it.
Right?
So it drifts a little bit, but you can. But like, say you watch the video version of this episode, it'll be in the range, which is probably good enough for most people. If you're within a couple of minutes, you want to switch in there.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like, okay, they're showing a chart or something.
Yeah.
But a good audio podcast tries not to make you need to do that.
Right.
And how many podcasts have transitioned to video? We've heard our audience complain. They transition to video and they suck. They sit there and they talk about stuff that you can't see, but they can.
Or it's not concise or just, way more laid back.
Yeah, because they're not cutting it because editing is a pain in the ass on video.
Right.
Or a guest joins and they spend 4 minutes trying to get the guest camera working for something you can't even see.
Right. Which wouldn't have existed in the audio version at all.
And so, I don't know. Maybe some people will like this. I just don't know if I see it being huge outside of YouTube. We're playing with it because I am a big fan of delivering content in whatever format the audience wants it in. If some of you want it in video, that's great. And I like the idea of a decentralized open video distribution through RSS that isn't dependent on YouTube. So I'm like, I'm all about supporting that. But I just don't know outside of YouTube if these things are ever going to have a network effect, if they're going to have the money and the resources to support them. Podcasting honestly works best when you do it lean and mean. It's not a big money industry. It never has been. And every time we try to treat it as a big money industry, those things blow up in people's faces and they always have to downsize the team. And audio helps you stay lean and mean, or a very, very practical approach to video. I think, though, and this is what I hope, Andrews, since Apple has only locked this down for right now, only has 4 approved hosting platforms that can do video, Well, if I were a hosting platform that wasn't on that list, first of all, I'd be scrambling right now to support video. And the other thing I'd be doing is trying to figure out how to do this in an open, decentralized way that isn't dependent on Apple approving me.
Right.
And then if Apple does approve you, you're good to go. And the alternative video enclosure is there. And platforms like Fountain FM Hosting and Podverse and RSS.com and others are all ahead of this because they've been following the 2.0 spec. And now I think is a moment of opportunity for this alternative enclosure in the 2.0 spec to get picked up by other hosting providers and other podcast apps that realize, oh, crap, something is actually happening here, and we need a way to participate. And since we didn't get an invitation to Apple's club, we'll go with the open standard. And I hope we'll implement the open standard. I hope that's what they do. Because so far it's their negligence and their delay so far that's led us to this point. So I hope they wake up. I really do. I mean, I'm kind of excited about this, but I'm also kind of worried it's just going to mess with the advertising dynamics of podcasting more.
Yeah.
Like, what value is Apple bringing?
Mm-hmm.
And yet they're getting a cut?
Yeah.
They're just distributing the video, but the podcasting host is the one hosting the video and paying for
the content.
And the podcaster's creating the content, the hosting provider's paying for the bandwidth, or the podcaster's paying for the bandwidth. Apple's just playing it through their app and taking a cut.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's the Office Space guy. The person in between two people.
Yeah.
You know, like an unnecessary role.
Yeah, it is. And that's where they seem to make all their money these days, I guess. All right. So we're going to do some voicemails. We got 6 of them on the docket after our song of the week.
Now's the time. It's the song of the week. Remember, you can boost the track. They sure like that.
Yeah, this week I'm playing a classic artist, one of the early entrants into the Value for Value music verse. This is Empathize, and this is their hit, Apex.
I'm just going to make a quick call to the launch. I haven't checked in since yesterday. 774-462-5667. That's it. All right. 774-462-5667. Call now.
Yeah, call the launch. Call the launch. And Bearded Tech called the launch, and I'm really glad because I think this is one of the calls I accidentally lost.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I felt so bad about that. So Bearded Tech called back from Alaska.
Hey, the launch. This is the Bearded Tech from Alaska. Calling because 2 shows ago I was yet another lost call. I called in originally chronicling my month-long road trip from Kodiak, Alaska to eventually Millville, New Jersey when I was transferring in the U.S. Coast Guard. Decided to drive the entire way except for a small little bit on the ferry from Kodiak to Homer. Drove all the way down to Bellingham through your neck of the woods, down the California coast, across Texas and Oklahoma and all that area, all the way on the southern route of the interstates. I can't remember which number, one of them. And then to 95 north, all the way up through Tennessee with a week-long stop in Tennessee until my new house closed in Millville, New Jersey, and finally over there. And we did all this in a small Ford Escape with a travel trailer, less than 1-year-old baby, my ex and her sister, all in the car. And I had the most room out of everyone because everywhere else was stuffed with any type of thing we could put in there. So yeah, I think about a month-long trip with the break about a week and, taking our time, seeing things.
That's nice.
That's pretty long, I think. You let me know.
Yeah. Okay, oh, that's a monster trip. I'm surprised you had a rear end after that one.
Yeah.
Woo, you know what I mean? Howly. All right. Mark is back, and I think he's feeling bad about his audio.
Yeah, I see the WAV file looks a lot different than the other ones.
I know, there's that. I don't think you should. We still like hearing from him. Mark, you don't need to feel bad about your audio.
Hey guys, Mark from Northern Michigan here. I'm going to try and make it fast. First off, it is Bluetooth, but it's in the 2026 Super Forest. It's my Apple CarPlay. So, and previously, the ones before, maybe a couple months ago, those were from my Ford Edge. So it's just Bluetooth and Apple CarPlay. So it must be an Apple CarPlay thing. Sorry, it sounds so horrible. As far as Mr. Magnolia Mayhem and his rant, I got a marketing rant. Automotive industry, not a well-known thing, but a couple of decades ago, they started coming out with 4-wheel disc brakes.
Yeah.
We got to sell all these soccer moms on 4-wheel disc brakes because they're so much safer. Well, 20 years ago, I was a brake engineer. Guess what? Unless you're a NASCAR or IndyCar 500 or a Formula 1 racer, if I put you in a car with 4-wheel disc brakes or put you in a car that had drum brakes in the back, you have no clue what you were driving.
Yeah.
So it was purely marketing to drive up the cost of the vehicle and also make it a little bit more simpler on it. There's a rant.
Yeah.
I like it. And the truth is, Mark, right? You never drum brakes. You never have to change them. You never have to service drum brakes. Isn't that the truth? Now, do you feel the same way, I want to know, about front brakes? Because I think you said rear brakes. Now, do you feel like drum brakes all around is fine? Or are you a disc brakes up front and drum brakes in the back kind of guy? You know what I'm talking about? Thank you, Mark. Mark called in again, but that one, there was unplayable. It was not, it was garbage. But do call in, Mark, because we want to hear from you. So always call back. Reboot. Reboot, are you there?
Yeah, sorry about that.
I think Reboot. Okay, so I think Reboot had 2 calls with us. Let me see if I can find the first master rebooter. Yeah, here we go. I think this is the first one. Because, when people call in, people are breaking the 2-minute rule, Andrews, and it's making it hard.
Yes.
It's making it hard on me,
We got to
Andrews.
stack these voicemails.
All right, I think maybe this is Mr. Reboot's first one.
Hey, Chris, Angie, this is Master Reboot.
Hello, Master.
On the Atlantic side of the coast. I was just listening to your episode about the Discord, and it blows my mind how people can be so complacent. For instance, this is kind of what drew me to call in. I apologize if there's some sound in the background. I'm actually out walking in the snow. But, yeah, so I sent a message to my family. I was at the doctor's office Monday. And I was like, you guys ain't going to believe this. And I sent them the link to the article about Discord and how they're pushing for age verification, along with the 70,000 user base they lost, that got hacked. And I was like, look, I think it's time for us to cut ties with this. And I'm going to tell you what, my family, I saw, dude, oh my God, I thought they were going to murder me. Like, pitchforks came out and shish kebab utensils came out. I thought they were going to just roast me and hang me out to dry.
They love their Discord.
It was terrible.
Wow. Huh.
I got in an argument with the kids. And their reasoning is, well, everybody else has our information. Why does it matter if Discord?
Capitulation.
And I was like, okay. Well, I mean, and, we're not hiding anything, right? And they're like, yeah. So, okay. Well, let's go raise the blinds in our house. We're going to leave the windows wide open.
No privacy.
People go by. And this evening, when you guys go to change,
leave them open.
Don't bother to close the windows. Don't close the shutters. Nothing. No, because you got nothing to hide, right?
Yeah.
It's interesting how many people just, I think, are very comfortable with it. Well, I got nothing to hide mindset. Like, A, that never changes. B, it's not just about you. There are people out there that might. C, it's about collecting data on you over a lifetime and what they can build with that. And people just ignorant about that. It's a tough one. All right, so reboot callback.
Yeah, sorry about that. It's rebooting in. A long story short, my kids were willing to just do whatever they're told, rather than lose their Discord and have to migrate to another technology platform.
Yeah, our kids were, they didn't like the idea of Roblox.
Age verification. But they wanted to chat. That was you could be on Roblox, but if you wanted to chat with anybody, you had to prove your age.
Dad, can I scan your face? What? What was that for? Don't worry about it. Huh? All right, we have another call about Discord.
Hey, hello, lunch crew.
Yep.
I've been meaning to send a voicemail for a while, but this finally is, I guess. In light of the Discord, let's say Discord or like the Discord challenges, I'd love to see an XMPP experiment from JB, where like you could like set up an XMPP server, and then like a bunch of us could like join to try it out and see how that experience goes. I've been hearing that XMPP has gotten better and have solved for like disappearing chat histories and related problems that XMPP has had. So I guess like for like a real life experiment, that would be nice.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Matrix. I think Matrix is poorly designed. It's a poorly designed protocol and it's just bad software from like through from what I've seen. And I've contributed to Synapse before, and I've boosted it regarding this before. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you.
Thanks
for the show.
So that's a good point. I don't know why XMPP hasn't come up more in the conversations. It seems like a great fit for these agents and all of that. I feel like somebody should dig into that. Swam did call back to reveal.
Oh, another double.
I know. This one was legit because we didn't have an identification in the last call. I don't know if you noticed.
Hey, so I realized I forgot to say who I was or say my name in the previous voicemail. You'll know me as Soham G, or however Chris pronounces it, from Boost, and I guess emails or whatever. So when I first started listening to JB, I could still see Linux Action Show in my podcast catcher. Nice. in the list of episodes. So I've like JB has been a constant part of my life for the last like 7-8 years, I guess. And at this point, I don't know what I would do if I didn't have y'all in my years. So yeah,
thank you.
What
would we do without them?
Right. How long? What year did we? Was it 2011?
For what?
2010 that we retired last? I can't remember. We did a special logo with the years.
with the beard, and I can't picture it. 12 sounds right, but I'm not sure. That's
Anyway,
awesome.
yep.
That is okay. Last call, and you're never gonna guess who it is.
It's
I
Magnolia.
actually wasn't going to call in this week because nobody needs that much mayhem in their lives. But I was thinking, and I realized that the second call from last week, it might have actually not gotten dropped. It might have gotten pushed to this week. And that would give the idea that I have more mental health issues than I really do. But if that is the case, and my second call from last week got pushed to this week, just drop it. The whole point I was trying to make, the whole 2 minutes that I was trying to make was that YouTube are pushing people to believe that they need more video information in their shows because
Called that one.
YouTube's like the number one video platform out there, which just isn't the case. That is the case. And I realize I'm calling into a video show thing. But anyway, yeah, just drop that whole thing. It's completely.
But how crazy is it that you were calling and talking about YouTube video and then today it comes up?
Yep.
That was wild.
Also funny to call in another voicemail to say,
don't listen to my voicemail.
Yeah,
I know.
Call the launch. We're standing by. 774-462-5667. That's the line. 774-462-5667. The phone is cool again.
7 boosts to go.
All right, it is time to do some boosts.
And now it is time for Le Boost.
And we have a great baller booster to kick us off. He's back. Ladies and gentlemen, where is Aaron?
Where is Aaron right now?
Well, he's here with 50,000 sats.
Hey, Rich Lobster.
Aaron.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate you.
little extra celebration.
Yeah, well, the launch doesn't get a lot of love, so you got to recognize it when we get it. Aaron says, catching up on some missed episodes, so here's a little extra. You talk all the time about the nomad lifestyle. Are there any challenges to RV life?
None.
Aside from the nuances not common to household living, I imagine it's nothing but great because people turn to nomad life after retirement for a reason. That's the weather. That's why they turn You get to a certain age and you realize, I don't need this aggravation or hassle. I'm going to where it's warmer. Well, it's obviously smaller. I guess I don't need to get into that. I think every season is a little different in an RV, and it takes you a couple of years, I think, to get that right. It took me 2 or 3 years to figure out winter in the RV, and it took me 2 or 3 years to figure out summer, and then you travel somewhere where the climate is completely different, and you have to figure it out all over again. So that part's a little bit different, and your neighbors can change, which is a little unusual. But other than that, I don't know. I've done it for so long now, I don't know if I have an answer anymore. Tiny house living is, it has its perks in that it's less to clean, but it also gets messy faster, right? It has its perks in that you're spending less up front. You're not buying $1 million mansion house, but at the same time, you're living in a tiny place. So it just sort of depends on your trade-off. I think I'd probably have a lot more crap if I didn't have a smaller place. I think I'd just be accumulating more crap over time. Because that Amazon button's just always right there, buy now. But if you have literally nowhere to put it, you can't keep buying stuff. So there's that too. I do fantasize about sort of, visiting Washington in the summer and springtime when it's beautiful here, and then kind of when it's crappy out. Although today's not so bad.
Oh, how is your progress on the Texas thing?
Well, I have a little wrinkle.
Oh.
But, it's proceeding. It's proceeding. Mm-hmm. A little wrinkle in the name of, a big, juicy van, actually.
A big, juicy van.
What do you mean?
Well, technically, I own Brent's van, right?
Yeah.
Well, so I'm trying to figure out if it's worth waiting till Scale or Linux Fest to just transfer it to him and not re-domicile the van in Texas, too.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because then I'd have to...
Yeah. More paperwork, time, money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I see.
But it sounds like now maybe Brent won't be coming over in the van.
Oh.
Plans are changing, so now maybe I've been waiting for nothing. So I don't know yet.
Oh, man. Okay.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But yeah. Hey, Aaron, thank you very, very much. We appreciate you.
Hey, Aaron.
Good to hear from you. Adversary 17 is here with 12,288 sats. Adversary says, I saw the Discord thing coming last year. I ditched the platform, and now I'm on TeamSpeak.
That's Microsoft, right?
I don't know. Do they own TeamSpeak?
I don't know.
Good question.
I don't recall. Or I mean, like that's
They might be owned by themselves.
Hmm.
I can't speak to it because I'm not a big TeamSpeak user. I'm more of a mumble guy. But he says they've rewritten the entire client based on the Matrix protocol, which is pretty cool. It's still in an early beta phase and development is slow, but it's quite usable. What? I did not realize that at all. Adversaries, thank you for telling me about that. He says, following up, now that I've listened more, TeamSpeak 6 has screen sharing, self-hostable servers, and you can pay. It has peer-to-peer audio, uses the Matrix protocol as the backend for identity, and has a decent UI. Still a work in progress, but I can confirm it works well in Windows and Linux. That's great.
Cool.
Huh.
Wind blows.
Yeah, when these companies mess up, other companies will step up to fill in the gap. And it's interesting to see TeamSpeak using the Matrix protocol. I don't know how that missed my my radar. That's something that'll be on my radar now. Thank you. Appreciate that. And our last boost comes in from Mr. Turd Ferguson.
Turd Ferguson!
10,000 sats. Everyone missed the most obvious and necessary shower gear, the waterproof Bluetooth speaker. Yeah, actually. Yeah, that's good.
I mean, I have a JBL 5 that can sit on the counter, but maybe it would be cool to have the music inside the glass doors.
You know what I did?
What'd you do?
Not necessarily recommended.
Did you shower for the first time in a while?
I don't recommend it. I got a circular magnet mount.
Oh, yeah.
I have one in the shower here at the studio, and I have one in the shower at home.
For your phone?
Yep.
You're bringing your phone?
I bring the whole
Who
phone in.
Who are you? That is not you.
It's water resistant.
Oh.
It's waterproofish.
Okay.
So
Proofish. Yes.
I've taken it swimming. I've gone underwater and filmed swimming with it. So
That's
I feel like
true.
if I can take
Wow.
it swimming, I can take it in the shower.
Yeah.
But when your finger's wet, like the screen doesn't work that well and
Sure.
stuff like that. So that's my Pullman solution.
You just need like an extra finger. Like there's got to be something that...
Yeah, I need something I can hang.
Or something that...
Hang on the side of the wall and I just poke at it.
Yeah.
The Bluetooth speaker, or Bluetooth as I say, I do think that's a good way to go. Turd says you can find great ones for under $70, and now you know how I listen to the show. Long showers, great podcast.
Nice.
Shower podcasting. All right. Thank you, everybody. We had two of you stream sats, and together, the two of you did really good. You streamed us to 2,560 sats. See what I'm saying?
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Well, we do appreciate you very much.
Yes.
When you combine that with our boosters, we stacked a pretty humble but very, very proud 74,848 sats. Thank you, everybody who boosted this episode. This here is one of your Value for Value podcasts. We put it out there for free with no advertising, and we hope that if you support the show, we'll keep it going. That means we can serve a niche that advertising isn't interested in. You can boost us with Fountain FM or one of the other Podcasting 2.0 apps. There's self-hosted apps, there's entirely hosted apps, and much more. You can even get Albie Hub and just boost from the gosh darn podcast index from the web. Can you believe it? You can also become a Jupiter.Party member, support every single show, and get access to the bootleg, which is clocking in right now at way too long. So thank you, everybody, and thank you to our members for supporting the show. You make it possible.
Chris found a gem, an easy flip. Let's cash it in. It's barely standing, kinda scary, but potential's extraordinary. Just trust me, it's a winner. Just trust me, it's a winner.
Well, we start with one of my favorite trends in 2026, and that's using 2024's AI technology to try to sell properties. See if you can find the moment in this. Did you already find it?
No, I haven't clicked on it. I was waiting. I always wait to click.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
I'll tell you a little about it while you take a look. So this is a rental property. I'm giving you a heads up out there, listener. $1,800 a month. You get one bedroom, one bath, 864 square feet. Its layout makes everyday living easy and enjoyable. Upon entering, you'll find the kitchen with ample cabinet storage, practical counter space, and room to maneuver while preparing meals.
That is not ample.
Conveniently located near Walmart.
Oh!
Did you find it?
Well, I found Walmart right as you said that.
Dinner is served, and tonight's cuisine is a hybrid of frog and fish emojis with a tomato on top. Yes, if you look at the imagery, which we'll have linked in the show notes, it is some of the worst AI generation. Like the plants all look really fake.
Yeah. And the pictures on the wall.
Oh, no.
What?
Oh, they've updated the image.
Oh,
they
okay.
pulled it. So, okay.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, like, I'm not seeing anything. Like, there's obvious AI. What was it?
I'll find it for you, and I will link it in the show notes so that way you can see it. They had a poltergeist in like the mirror in the living room.
Oh.
And like it was this skin mask, horrible looking lady.
Oh my
That was
gosh.
like this AI anomaly. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Here we go, Andrews.
I gotta see it.
So it's just this crazy looking.
Oh my gosh.
She's in the bathroom, and it's so creepy. And so I'll put a link so those
Is
listeners
that
can check this
AI
out.
or is that somebody's blow up doll?
No, it's
Yeah,
bad
no,
AI.
for sure. That's so funny.
It's this trend of using the worst in AI image generation to try to like fake stage these homes by putting little plants in there and little meals. This one generated a poltergeist with a face skin mask, and it's in the mirror and it's crawling out of the mirror, reaching out towards the bathroom sink.
Yeah, it's creepy.
But what's hilarious is the listing I have in the show notes is the third one I found this morning because the real estate agent has been rushing around, pulling it down off of Zillow and Redfin and all. So I went and found some third-party one, and they still got to it.
Yep.
Oh, it's so funny, though. But this is my favorite trend of real estate, is using 2024 AI in 2026. That dinner looks ridiculous. But I have another one for you here.
Okay.
Because I know everybody's busy these days.
It looks affordable.
Yeah, this is a nice turnkey house. It's at $59,900. 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, 1,400 square feet. And it is in northern Michigan around Cadillac, I believe.
Okay.
So it's not quite northern Michigan.
It's a manufactured home.
It is. It is. And it's...
Is it wrecked? It looks wrecked. Oh, no.
Here's the description. And this is the entirety of the listing description. Quote, need a fixer-upper?
Yeah, fixer-upper. Mm-hmm.
This is the one. Home is in need of some personal touches. Selling as is.
No.
So, I mean, how would you describe those personal touches that it's in need of, Andrews?
Well, I mean, did you hear my, oh, no?
Yeah? Yeah, because what you think almost at first, you look at it, you go, is that wallpaper?
Right. Nope. It is black mold.
It is fuzzy.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Every wall on the carpet. And it's blooming.
Yep.
it's like, it's flourishing. How does that even happen in a place like this?
Or like, how is it in the closet? What happened there?
It's on the vents. It's on the doorway. It's everywhere. And it's, I mean, I don't even know how the person got the pictures without getting some sort of
Right.
disease.
They're dead now.
Yeah. I mean,
wow.
How do they justify even $60,000 for this thing?
That's crazy.
You're going to have to burn it to the ground. It's like it's a turnkey fixer-upper after you burn it to the ground.
Wow.
All right. One last one.
All right.
This is a palate cleanser.
This
is for those of you
unaffordable
that like island life and spending $3.5 million. This is the Purple Palace. Yeah.
I love it.
It is very purple.
Oh
4
my
bed,
gosh.
5 bath, 7,651 square feet. 3 custom kitchens, 2 living rooms, sweeping views of the Atlantic Ocean.
It is amazing views.
It has beautiful landscaping done by a professional, a fenced driveway.
That you have to pay.
Premium amenities, 94 solar panels, 6 Tesla batteries, a 40 kilowatt diesel generator, impact windows, a hot tub, a heated pool, a built-in pool table, bar stools, and a bar, multiple bedrooms.
If this was an Airbnb, I would seriously consider.
This would be an Airbnb of a lifetime.
Yeah.
This thing really is a perfect paradise.
Love everything about it.
Yeah, I thought you would like this one.
Yeah.
What's really wild is if you look at the map, it's on this tiny, tiny isolated island kind of south of Puerto Rico.
Mm.
Yeah, just next to the U.S. Virgin Islands and the British Virgin Islands.
Huh. On
this little outcrop, on this tiny island south of Puerto Rico, and you have this $3.5 million Purple Palace.
Crazy.
All the way down there in actual paradise.
Oh, their gate says PP.
Yeah, well,
Purple Palace.
Yeah, well, keep looking. They've got neon signs and everything. They've really embraced the purple lifestyle.
Yes. Oh, that's so cool.
It's almost too much, but it's not either.
Yeah.
It actually works. It sounds overwhelming, but they've done it in a tasteful way where they've brought purple in throughout the room, sometimes with furniture or pillows, or sometimes with wall paint with contrasting colors. It's actually probably one of the prettiest houses we've ever featured on the show. It's legitimately.
Yeah.
There's nothing weird.
No, yeah, right. Yeah, no, it's good.
It's just really expensive and in the middle of nowhere.
Who would need 7 Tesla batteries, though?
Well, I'm guessing it gets pretty stormy. right? So they're like for
it's
the
a
house.
backup?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was for cars. I'm like, why would you on an island? Why
Yeah,
would
I
you have
just
that many
swap 'em.
cars? Yeah.
There's no supercharger, so I just swap battery packs. Would that be great? No, I think it's for the house stuff, because I'm guessing that's the reason when they have impact windows as well.
Yeah.
Is it's probably gets a little crazy out there, but I bet also very awesome. You know, you're out there watching that go down. I bet you that's really something else. All right, well, that just about does it for us. Links to what we talked about today, well, those are over at weeklylaunch.rocks. You can always join us next Tuesday for another live episode, or catch it Wednesday morning in your podcast app of choice. Don't forget, we're going to be at Linux Fest Northwest coming up real soon, and just before that, it's Scale and Planet Nix. Our meetup at meetup.com/Jupiter Broadcasting. You have to sign up for Scale if you want to go to either Scale or Planet Nix. You can use our promo code UNPLG and get 40% off your registration. All right, from the beautiful Pacific Northwest and the mighty American West Coast, thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of The Launch. We'll see you back here for episode 56 next week.
Understand what the heck is going on here.